What's happening? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. And when you come in the building, make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all smash that like button. And jump in the comments and let me know you're in the building. Yes, sir. Let me see who we got up in the building. We got my man Jay West. Salute. Yoda Wise, what's happening with it? What's happening with it, Crush? Boss Dog. James, what it do? Lil Flex Lewis. Jay Grant. Dub right side. What's happening with it? Always on the right side. Never on the wrong side. Yeah, like I said, y'all smash the like button when you come in the building. Jump in the comments. Let me know you're in the building. We definitely gonna cook today. We definitely gonna cook today. Marcus Hayes, what's happening with it? Yeah, we got what we got going on this weekend. I think we got Isaac Dogbe and Joet Gonzalez. You got Isaac Dogbe and Joet Gonzalez. That's going down this weekend. Other than that, I don't know too much of what else is going down this weekend. But that shit should be a scrap. That Isaac Dogbe and Joet Gonzalez, that's definitely gonna be a scrap for sure. Hold on, man, y'all. And like I said, hit the like button as you come in so they can get my notifications out. Y'all give me a second. Give me 1 second real quick. All right. But yeah, that Isaac Dogbe and Joet Gonzalez, that's gonna be a little scrap this weekend. We got, like I said, we ain't got too much going on until the 30th. Until the 30th that's finished. So on the 30th, we got Danny Garcia. It's a lot of shit going down. You got Gary Antoine Russell on the 30th, on the same card with Danny Garcia. So, you know, it's finna go down on the 30th. The Isaac Dogbe DP Rocker, that and Isaac Dogbe and Joet Gonzalez gonna be on ESPN Plus, I believe. A Sneed, what's happening with it? Cali 5, what it do? DJ. We gonna talk about that shit. Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that Andrade and Benavidez smoke. What Shamar, what's happening with it? What's happening with it, fam? Okay, glad to, man. Hell yeah, you're gonna have to let me know what you got going on. Back training. Yes, sir. Boom, boom. What's happening with it? Jay Chestnut, what's happening with it? But so yeah, you know, let's get into it. Like I said, man, AB, they I know they ain't sending my notifications out today. They barely sending any of my notifications out. So if y'all ain't hit the like button, make sure that y'all hit the like button for me one time. So this weekend, like I said, that's pretty much all I know about what we got going on. It's probably a couple more fights, but that's the only fight that I've seen listed is that Joet Gonzalez and Isaac Dogbe. Now, that fight, it's going to be a war. You know what I'm saying? Isaac Dogboe, he gonna come at you. He's not gonna back down at all. Joet Gonzalez, he likes to fight on the inside. You know, he could box a little bit, but he like to bang too. And I think that Isaac Dogboe's days is about numbered. You know, like I said on Knockout Boxing 86 TV show last night, Isaac Dogboe, them wars that he was in with Navarrete, them shits took a lot out of him. They took a lot out of Isaac Dogboe. You know, Joet Gonzalez, he been in a couple wars too, but the Isaac Dogboe punishment the punishment that Isaac Dogboe took from Navarrete, it was on a whole different level. That type of punishment, and you do it twice back to back, that take a lot out of you. And Isaac Dogboe haven't been the same fighter since then. He hasn't looked the same. He ain't looked like that ferocious killer that he once did. You know, screaming Nahara, Nahara. Yeah, he ain't looking like that. That Naho, Naho. Yeah, he ain't looking like that African monster he once did. And as far as Joet Gonzalez, Joet Gonzalez is that fighter that he'll fight the upper echelon. He fight all the top guys, but he just can't beat them. You know what I'm saying? He right up under him. But with all of that being said, I think that Joet Gonzalez right now, today, he good enough to beat Isaac Dogboe. He definitely good enough to beat Isaac Dogboe. And so, you know, I'm picking Joet Gonzalez. I think Joet Gonzalez going to win this fight. Especially Isaac Dogboe, he fades going down the stretch. Isaac Dogboe, he like to throw a lot of, you know, hard looping shots. And down the stretch, he get the feet fading. You know, his gas tank fade out. And I think that's when Joet Gonzalez really going to put it on Isaac Dogboe when he starts fading. But like I said, I don't have it. I don't know if he going to stop him, but I do know that Joet Gonzalez is going to beat Isaac Dogboe. So I got Joet Gonzalez beating Isaac Dogboe. That's my pick for this weekend fight. Yeah, Lou Crispy. That's exactly like how he is. He like a Danny Garcia fighter. He's able to rise, you know, and fight the best of the best, but he just can't beat him. You feel me? He just can't beat him. Dundada, what's happening with it? He said we got to see Joet Gonzalez got his face broken by Navarrete. Yeah, but man, he's straight. That's been long enough. Like I said, the punishment that Isaac Dogboe took 2 times from Navarrete, you can't get that back. You know what I'm saying? That shit took years off of his career, in my opinion. So yeah, like I said, man, y'all hit the like button. Knockout, what's happening with it? Mr. Mechanical, what's good? So, you know, looking forward to see that little scrap. I don't know who else fighting this weekend. I think Gabe Flores is fighting this weekend. I know he fighting somebody. I don't really know too much of who else is fighting this weekend though. Knockout say Joet is putting hands and feet on Dogboe. Y'all better listen to the homie. Yeah, Joet Gonzalez, he definitely finna put something on Isaac Dogboe. Plus, to me, Isaac Dogboe, he too little. Arms too short. You know, yeah. He just got a lot of things going against him in this fight. But, like I said, it's going to be a war. Why it lasts, if it go 12, you know, it go 12. But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Isaac Dogboe got stopped. I'm not picking him to get stopped. I'm just picking him to lose the fight. Yeah. He said, Dundada said, Gabe Flores just not it. Yeah, Gabe Flores, he been struggling in pretty much, you know, every fight that they've been putting him in. I think he already lost one, right? He had lost one fight already, and then he be struggling. You know, I like Gabe Flores though. I like it. I like the charisma that he got. You know, he got a mouthpiece. His daddy crazy as hell. Daddy be talking a lot of shit. But Gabe Flores, man, he was a highly scouted prospect, highly scouted amateur, And to me, he just not. He ain't it. You know what I'm saying? He just not it. But you know, they putting him in against tough competition. Top Rank is matching him in with tough competition, and hopefully he learning from that to get better. Hopefully he continue to learn and he continue to get better. And I think that he had moved up in weight because the weight that he was fighting at was too. He was having trouble making the weight. So I think he said he's gonna move up. But so yeah, he fighting this weekend. So let's see what he do. I'm rooting for Gabe Flores. I fuck with Gabe Flores. You feel me? The Mexicans is crazy because y'all seen his last fight. The Mexicans don't like Gabe Flores because he come out to rap music and shit. They was pissed and booing this shit because he came out to rap music. His opponent came out to Mexican music, and they wanted him to come out to Mexican music. He said, man, they just hate me because you know, shit, I'm in the hip hop and shit. You know how that shit go in Cali sometimes. Jay Miller, what's happening with it? But yeah. So you smash the like button. Smash the like button. AB, you know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner, he acted a motherfucking fool again. You know what I'm saying? Got an attitude with a reporter that just asked him a simple question, like, you know, you got lab. He's asked him something like, AB, you know, how much longer you think you got? Like you think you got one last, you know, big run in the tank or whatever. And AB got pissed off. Man, y'all, man, what? Do I what? You know who the fuck I am? Man, I'm Adrian Broner. I'm a 4 division world champion. Fuck you mean? You act like I'm 60 years old or something. But nigga, you might as well be 60 years old or something. You acting like this man's supposed to talk to you like you Floyd Mayweather. Nigga, when the last time you got a motherfucking win? Nigga, you ain't even got a clear win in damn near 5-6 years. You ain't beat no motherfucking body. And he think and you get offended and talking shit to the reporter, telling him to get in the ring with you and shit and see how he do. Nigga, why this nigga AB always want to fight reporters and shit, but get in the ring and don't want to fight the opponent he in the ring with? Make that shit make sense to me. This nigga always, every time a reporter ain't licking his goddamn ass, you know, putting him on a pedestal like he just royalty or something, he feel like he got to get a fucking attitude and shit. And then always challenging reporters and shit for a fight. Bro, why you always challenging reporters for a fight, but you get in the ring with your opponents and you don't know how to throw a punch? He got so much energy for everybody interviewing him, asking him questions, but he get in the ring and he ain't got no motherfucking energy for his opponent at all. See, when I see shit like that from AB, he needs to humble himself and realize, bro, you haven't done shit in a long time in the sport of boxing. You haven't done nothing. And you think people supposed to treat you like you on top of the fucking boxing game? This nigga want people to still treat him like he #1 pound for pound and talk to him like he's #1 pound for pound. And he ain't won a motherfucking fight since, let's see, when last time he won a fight? Nigga ain't won a fight since he fought Jesse Vargas in 2018. And that was a close ass fight. Before that, he hadn't really won a fight since 2016. Bro, if you don't sit the fuck down somewhere talking about, oh man, do you know who I am? I'm AB. I'm Adrian Broner. Okay, and stop this nigga, and he needs to stop talking about that every time he needs to stop bringing up, oh man, I'm a 4 division world champion. Stop bringing that shit up, because see, if you fuck around and get a reporter like myself, and I think that you being disrespectful, then, if they was like me, we can get real petty with each other. So, because I'm gonna go to, okay, well, who did you beat for to become a 3-4 time world champion? What were the opponents that you beat? How did you get those belts? And then we'll dig deep into it. And I guarantee you he'll shut the fuck up then. Because the reality of it is you was beating motherfuckers like Gavin Reese, Fonseca, and dudes like that for vacant titles and shit. You wasn't beating nobody, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of fighters right now that could be a 3 or 4 division world champion if they fought the same competition you did. And I fucked with AB. Heavy, but that's just the truth. Can't nobody name me one world-class fighter that AB beat that besides Antonio DeMarco. For real, can't nobody name one world-class opponent that AB ever beat besides Antonio DeMarco. I give him that one. Dub said he gonna tell me to get in the ring with him. Yeah, you know what I tell him, Dub? For sure. I get in the ring with you, right? We can make it happen. We can make it happen. All you got to do is throw more than 15 punches in one round your next fight, and I'll get in the ring with you. And you know what? That shit will never happen. It's never gonna happen. But yeah, man, I fuck with AB, but he's just ignorant, man. He just do ignorant shit. Like, stop talking like you motherfucking the Jay-Z of boxing and shit. Like, bro, ain't nobody checking for you like that no more. AB, let that shit go. Talking about, and then it's crazy because, like I was talking about yesterday, right? He had a nerve enough to get pissed off and say he was pissed off because they keep pushing his fight back. Well, if they keep postponing your fight back and you pissed off about it, that would mean that you in shape. That you were in shape a month ago to be able to make 140 pounds. Or you was in shape a month and a half or 2 months ago to be able to make 140. But then the reporter's talking to AB, and he talking about that, yeah, man, I just got to keep on working, It's hard. It's hard making the fucking weight. It ain't nothing in boxing easy. But we gonna get there. Nigga's still trying to make 140. He might not even make 140. But you got a nerve enough talking about you pissed off because they pushing your fight back and keep fucking with your fight date. And you've been in camp for 6 months or whatever you talking about. Bro, you still haven't got down. You're not even nowhere near close to 140 pounds. Still. So how the fuck was you going to be at 140 pounds a month and a half or 2 months ago? I don't understand that. It just don't make sense. And Blue Blood, what's happening with it? Blue Blood Sports TV in the building. Yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense to me, bro. You ought to be happy they push your fight date back because you probably, if he had to fight next weekend, I guarantee y'all AB couldn't make 140 pounds. And if he did, they'll probably have to drag his ass to the ring. Then he complaining about, oh man, I've been training for 5-6 months. Let's see when the last time AB fought, right? I'm gonna tell y'all how fucked up he is in the head, right? Because you can tell by the way that he's talking that he don't really want to be in the gym training. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's training just because he got this fight so he can get a paycheck, right? He really don't want to be in the gym training. So that lets you know right there, that's not a lifestyle for him. That's not even training ain't a part of his lifestyle. He's pissed off because he's in training. He got to train. Who the fuck trained for 5-6 months? That's what he's saying, right? So his last fight was in February of 2021, right? Before that, he hadn't fought for 2 years. In those 2 years that AB hadn't fought, he didn't train. He only started training about, let's say, 3 months before that Giovanni Santiago fight. 4 months at the most. So you had all of that time to fuck off, right? Now, you come back, you sit out another year and a half. Sit out another year and a half. And now you complaining because you didn't have to train for 5 or 6 months? Nigga, you wasn't trained. You had all of that motherfucking time. You wasn't training. So you sat around and didn't train for 12 whole months, and now you mad because you had to train for 5 months. It makes no sense. And y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash my like button because they definitely not sending out, hardly sending out none of my notifications today, as you can see. But smash my like button. Smash the like button, you know. But yeah, so definitely, like I don't like I had no idea why he trying to put on and act like he's so mad because his fight day getting pushed back if you know you can't even make the weight. Can't even make the weight. And like I said, don't mark my word. Don't be surprised if he don't make 140 pounds in a the day of the weigh-in or a couple days before the weigh-in. They tell you the fight is gonna be a fight. The fight is gonna be a 145, 146 catch weight or something like that. Don't be surprised if y'all see the weight change for this fight. Oh yeah, it's no defendant. You feel me? Knockout. It really ain't no defendant AB no more. It's like every time you turn around, this nigga doing stupid shit, and he mad at everybody else for all of his fuck ups. What's happening with it, Coach? Glove up boxing and more with Coach and the Queen. What's happening with it? The Sweet Science Examiner. What it do? Lewis Hinton. What's happening with it? Jesse Green. Jay Grant, Blessed Two Fish, the Boogeyman. Yeah, man, so it just don't make no sense. You want to keep blaming, and that's what let me know that AB gonna get his motherfucking ass beat. AB is gonna continue to do the same shit that he been doing, fucking up, because he has the mentality to where you can't tell him nothing. That he don't listen to nobody. You can tell how he talk. You could tell like nobody around him can tell him nothing. I'm AB. Nigga, you know who I am? I'm AB. Like, nigga, I'm AB. That's his mentality. He gonna take another ass whooping before he get humbled. And Omar Figueroa might beat the brakes off of him. And Blue Blood, if you want to bet, because I know you love AB, I fuck with AB too. But Blue Blood, if you want to put something on it, let me know. You going with AB in this fight, let me know. I got Omar. So yeah. But like I said, y'all smash the like button. That's enough about AB. It's just crazy, man, how he move, all the silly shit he do, and he want to blame everybody for his fuck ups. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, for sure. That's a bet, Blue. That's a bet. Only chance you got is them robbing AB. I mean them robbing Omar. Because you seen what they did to Giovanni Santiago. They robbed his ass blind. They robbed the shit out of him. So, AB can't beat Omar Figueroa now. He can't beat him. But he could get robbed. Now, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else that I did a video on. Anthony Peterson. Anthony Peterson, he was on the Rise podcast, and he talked about a lot. And Anthony Peterson, he talked about being in the ring, right, sparring with pretty much anybody you could think of that's been through that DMV area, right? He didn't spar with any and everybody. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Anyway, he didn't spar with any and everybody you could think of. Okay, that's a bet, Blue. That's a bet. And that go for both ways. If anybody get robbed to where we could clearly see they was robbed, that's a bet. We could do it like that. But so Anthony Peterson, right? Anthony Peterson, he said he been in the ring with heavyweights. He's been in the ring with everybody you could think of. You know, he named some hitters from Jared Hurd to just, you know, hitters. Everybody that's been through that DMV area, he didn't been in the ring with them. He didn't have wars with him, he said. And he says that out of everybody that he's been in the ring with, even heavyweights, even some of the top heavyweights, that Gervonta Davis and Zab Judah, they hit harder than anybody that he's been in the ring with by far. Now, he said AB got power when he sit down on his shit too. He said, but AB power don't compare to Zab Judah and Tank Davis. He said, Tank Davis got so much of power and explosiveness. He said, when he spar, he said he'll knock your ass out sparring and he won't even be trying to. That's how dangerous he is. But, you know, we pretty much all already know that. So he went on and they asked him, hey, bro, so what you think? Devin Haney against Tank Davis. Who you got, Devin Haney or Tank? And he didn't hesitate. He said, oh, no doubt, I got Tank. I've been in the ring with Devin Haney. He said, I sparred Devin Haney in the training camp with JoJo Diaz. So he just sparred Devin Haney not too long ago, last year, right? In the training camp with JoJo Diaz. Well, this year. That was this year. That was earlier this year, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So he said he sparred Devin Haney in the training camp with JoJo Diaz. And he said, you know, Devin Haney, he's good. He said, but Gervonta Tank Davis is better than him on all levels. Box better. He said more power, explosiveness, all of that shit. He said Tank got it. Tank just got him. He said he got Tank over Devin easily, no question. So I'm listening, right? But keep in mind, he admitted that he's Tank Davis biased. But he didn't admit it when he was talking about, you know, Devin Haney, but he went on when he talked about Shakur Stevenson. So what he said about Shakur Stevenson, he was asked the same question about Tank and Shakur. And he says, well, you know, I'm Tank Davis biased because shit, I seen Shorty grow up ever since, you know, he was a kid around this area. I done been in the ring with him several times. He said, but I've never been in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. But Shakur Stevenson, he says, is the only fighter that I see giving Tank a whole lot of problems. He said Shakur is the only fighter that I see that maybe be able to beat Tank. You know, he said, I got Tank, but Shakur Stevenson is the fighter that I see that has the tools to beat Tank. He says, but none of them other guys like Devin Haney or nobody else at 130 to 135 can fuck with Tank. Now, let's go back to the Devin Haney, what he said about Devin Haney and Tank. I think he was basing most of his everything that he said off of power, right? When it comes to Devin Haney and Tank. Because when I look at other skills that they both have, when I look at the boxing aspect of it, I had to favor Devin Haney over Tank when you come to, you know, the boxing part of it. Throw the power out the window. Because I've seen certain fighters outbox Tank for some time. I never seen nobody outbox Devin Haney. But overall, like I said, I do edge, right? I do edge, a slight edge to Tank Davis over Devin Haney. But it's a fight that either one of them can win. I just think that, you know, Tank is a little bit more seasoned right now. Devin, he throw a lot of looping punches. and Devin would have to, use his footwork and try to keep Tank on the outside and nullify Tank with that jab, which it could be done. It could be done, So it's a very close fight. And I'll tell y'all like this. It's not a fight that I would bet on. Like me and Blue was just talking, I wouldn't bet Blue on this fight because it's too close of a fight. I would just want to watch this fight as a fan. I wouldn't be surprised if Tank knocked Devin Haney out. I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Haney boxed the shit out of Tank Davis. Wouldn't surprise me either way. Ashley Rodriguez, salute, Queen. She says, Haney and Lomo give Tank problems. I think so, too. I think so, too. And that's another fight, You see that Floyd nor Gervonta Davis, they ain't calling for no Lomachenko fight. They ain't no longer calling for no Devin Haney fight. They're really not. I think that Lomachenko giving problems, too. I'm not saying that Lomachenko beats him. I'm not saying that he beats Lomachenko, but I think that Lomachenko, prime Lomachenko in tip-top condition, gonna give him problems too. Because see, y'all think that y'all trying to act like that Gervonta Davis is just some active-ass fighter that's gonna press you and get you up out of there. He don't fight like that. He fights in spurts. And with fighters that got high IQs like a Devin Haney, a Vasyl Lomachenko, a Shakur Stevenson, he's gonna have to, his IQ is gonna have to come in play. While he's fighting in spurts, trying to pick them apart, he's not gonna be able to pick them apart like these flat-foot ass fighters he be fighting. He gonna have to do a lot more. He gonna have to be more active. He gonna have to put pressure on them to give them something to be worried about. And he don't like to fight every minute or every round. He really don't. He picks times to where he fight. He bah, 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 and then he might he might not throw no more punches for motherfucking 30 seconds of the round. He's very explosive in his spurts. When he do decide to let his hands go in the spurts that he fight in, he's very explosive. But with opponents like them top class fighters, you're gonna have to do a lot more than that. Lomachenko, he moving you around, he turning you, giving you different angles. He's very active himself, punching you with 3, 4, 5 punch combinations, sliding around, stepping to the side. He's doing all of that, And you can't just be sitting there shelling up and fighting in spurts because you're losing rounds with those type of opponents. Devin Haney, he using the jab, you know what I'm saying? He hitting you with 5, 6, 7 jabs. It's different. So all of those fights are very close fights. You know what I'm saying? All of those fights are very close fights. So I'm not going to say that Tank has a better chance of knocking out Devin than Devin has a better chance than outboxing Tank. It don't really go that way. I think that it could go either way. And that's why we need to see the fights, but we're not going to see them. You know what I'm saying? We already know we're not going to see them with Tank and over there with Floyd and them. And they doing their own thing. You feel me? They going to do their own thing. Whatever it is, they're going to continue to do what they've been doing. Yeah, Tank can't lose rounds against Dev, Vasyl Lomachenko, or Shakur Stevenson. Ashley Rodriguez, I wouldn't say that Haney Chin is suspect. I mean, anybody can get caught with the right shot that you don't see. Anybody can. Anybody can get caught with the right shot that you don't see. So I don't think that Devin's chin is suspect because he's been in there and he got to display that he could take a punch, he keep on coming, Dundada said that Ryan Garcia said he'll fight Tank at any weight class and said if Floyd won't, he can get it too. Ryan be talking that shit, you know what I'm saying? But I think that Ryan really does want to fight Tank. He want to fight Tank for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all like, oh man, Ryan just capping. Ryan don't want to fight Tank, and he want that fight. He definitely want that fight. Y'all hit my like button because they get my notifications out hella slow today. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. But you know, with all that being said, it looks like that we might get Vasyl Lomachenko versus Shakur Stevenson. And Sheena, what's happening with it, Sheena? I ain't seen you in here in a long ass time, Sheena. Salute. What's happening with the 817? So, excuse me. It looked like that Bob Arum, he's serious about this Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson fight. Shakur Stevenson been calling for Lomachenko for quite some time now. That's a fight that Shakur Stevenson been saying for a long time that he wants. He been after that fight for a long time. And I love that fight. I see a lot of people mad because they talking about, well, why not Devin Haney? Why not Devin Haney? Why all of a sudden Shakur Stevenson? Why all of a sudden Bob and Lomachenko, you know, acting like they want Shakur Stevenson instead of Devin Haney? I'm going to keep it 100 to 100. Devin Haney and Lomachenko, that's a great fight. Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko, that is a great fight. I think that both of those are great fights. I don't know. I don't see what we complaining about. I don't see what we complaining about. They both great ass fights. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a fight. Like, man, I'll pay to see both of them fights. Yeah, I want to see Lomachenko versus Shakur. I've been wanting to see that fight. How's that fight going to play out? Is both of them fighters really going to go at each other, or is it going to be a chess match? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be a chess match? I got Shakur Stevenson over everybody from 130 to 135, and that includes Vasyl Lomachenko. But it ain't going to be no easy fight for Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? And people talk about that Lomachenko duck Dev and everything. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Ain't no way, motherfucking way in hell you finna duck Devin Haney and then go fight Shakur Stevenson. It ain't no such thing. It ain't no such thing. 817, anybody can say what y'all want to say. You not going to duck Devin Haney to fight Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're not going to do. Because if you ask me, in my opinion, you ain't going to duck, smoke to go run into some thicker smoke. You ain't going to duck smoke to go run straight into some thicker smoke. You just not going to do that. So you can't convince me that Lomachenko is ducking Devin Haney to fight a Shakur Stevenson. And it is what it is. And y'all keep on talking about he ducked Devin Haney when Devin Haney had that belt, but you gotta talk about the whole situation that went down. Because y'all always talk about size of the streets, but then that motherfucking Bob Arum wouldn't finna let that shit go down. Bob talked about it. I don't know why y'all keep acting like you got motherfucking amnesia. Bob Arum said that Devin Haney was on the wrong side of the street. He picked the wrong promoter. So it was more to Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney than, Vasyl Lomachenko just flat out ducking Devin Haney. It was more to it than that. If he get in the ring with Shakur Stevenson, can't nobody convince me that he ducking Devin Haney right now to fight Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, to me, is more dangerous than Devin Haney. Just they both boxers. You know what I'm saying? They both boxers, but Shakur Stevenson to me is more dangerous. You're gonna have a much harder time beating Shakur to me than you will Devin, and they both great. I ain't taking nothing away from Devin, but I got Shakur, like I said, over everybody. But yeah. So yeah, I want to see this fight, you know. I want to see this fight, Shakur Stevenson versus Lomachenko. I think this is a hell of a fight. And I got Shakur Stevenson winning the fight for sure. I got Shakur Stevenson winning. VO Majesty, he says, you got to keep it 100. For some reason, people not signing up for Dev. Oh, yeah, definitely. We all see that. We all see that. But you got to understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're not ducking Shakur. You're not going to duck Dev to go fight Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? And let's not keep pretending, because they already came up talking about Dev already finna fight Kambosos in October. So let's stop trying to act like you know, like Knockout and everybody was saying. Let's stop trying to act like that Dev don't already have a fight on the table. Let's stop acting like that Devin Haney was gonna be able to fight Vasyl Lomachenko when he had Kambosos right there waiting for his rematch. Let's stop acting like, you know what I'm saying? Let's stop pretending, and y'all niggas got to keep it real, knowing good so motherfucking well that Devin Haney wasn't going to be able to fight no Vasyl Lomachenko that's on his same network for all them titles. Lomachenko wasn't going to fight Devin Haney with none of the belts on the line. Let's cut the bullshit out. Lomachenko and Devin Haney are not going to fight unless they can fight for all of the belts on the line. So how the fuck was he supposed to fight Lomachenko when he got George Kambosos in the wings waiting? Now, the Devin Haney the Tank Davis situation could have been different, because they talking about dropping the belts and fighting Tank Davis, because Tank Davis said he don't want the belts, right? So that's a different situation. But with Vasyl Lomachenko, if you drop the belts to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, it ain't going to be no fight with Vasyl Lomachenko, because his whole agenda is to become undisputed. You feel me? His whole agenda is to become undisputed. So let's stop with the bullshit lies acting like that Vasyl Lomachenko right now is ducking Devin Haney to fight Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko can't fight right now. That fight can't happen until after Devin Haney fight George Kambosos. So let's just keep it 100 and stop with the bullshit. Now, the next fight on the table for Vasyl Lomachenko, something that can happen, is Shakur Stevenson moving up. And that's where we at. That's the best fight that could be made. In between those three opponents, that's the only fight that can be made. Dundada said, Navarrete said he signed the contract to fight Shakur Stevenson, and they came and said Shakur couldn't make. That's a fucking lie. That's a goddamn lie. That is a lie. Navarrete turned that shit down. Bob Arum said he turned it down because he wanted more money to fight Shakur Stevenson. If he was going to fight Shakur Stevenson, he was going to want more money. How the hell is Shakur turning down a fight saying that he can't make 130 when Shakur was just lobbying to become undisputed? or to unify for a third title. To unify for a third title at 130. That's a fucking lie. If Navarrete team said that shit, they a motherfucking lying ass duck. Blue says that's not true. They are all willing to put step aside money to allow Dev to face Lomachenko in October. Well, Blue, I have to hear Kambosos and his people say that they willing to put up step aside money. I got to hear that shit from Kambosos, because till I hear that shit from Kambosos, I ain't digging that. Like I said, I got to hear from Kambosos' team saying that if Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko want to fight, we willing to, step aside. But then after that, we guaranteed a shot at the winner. I got to hear that shit from Kambosos. Because, I can't hear Bill Haney or whoever else come out and talk for them. They got to talk for themselves. I got it. That's just what it is. And until then, Devin Haney and Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko fight ain't possible until I hear different from them. But like I said, it ain't nothing to complain about. I'm not in here fucking crying and lobbying for Devin Haney to get the fight with Vasyl Lomachenko, because Shakur Stevenson been calling out Vasyl Lomachenko just as long, and that's just as good a fight as Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. It's Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko. You feel me? It's just as good of a fight. As a fan, you don't lose out no way. What are you losing out on as a fan? If it's Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko, besides and not Devin Haney and Lomachenko, you're not losing out on nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're not losing out on nothing. And Big Dose, I know what Bill said, but like I said, at the end of the day, if George Kambosos and his team is not willing to step aside and take step aside money out their own mouth, Bill can't speak for them. Nobody else can speak for them. And that's a fact. That's just, how the game go. Now, like I said, with the Bill explained that shit very clearly with the Tank Davis situation. We can either fight Tank at 140. It won't be no belts on the line. Then we could turn around and we could fight, go back down to 135 and fight. Or we could drop the titles. We got to drop the titles. We could drop the titles for a big fight. You ain't dropping the titles for a Lomachenko fight. It's just not going to happen. Johnny Q says Lomachenko getting washed either way. Y'all gotta watch the words that you use, cause ain't none one of them washing Lomachenko. Like y'all talk like, come on, man. The words that y'all use, washed. Like you could say that he could get beat either way, but he not gonna get washed. Wash means that you go in there and you just fucking get dominated damn near every round. Ain't none one of them dudes dominating Vasyl Lomachenko every round. Just ain't gonna happen. Shakur Stevenson nor Devin Haney will. Now, do I have them beating Lomachenko? Yeah, I got Shakur Stevenson beating him. I got Devin Haney edging it out, probably, but ain't none one of them gonna wash him. Gonna be a close fight. So let's check this out, right? Y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash on my like button. Nah, I mean, I don't got Devin Haney beating Vasil Lomachenko no 9 rounds to 3. Nah. Hell nah, bro. You mean to tell me that you got Jojo Diaz being better than Vasil Lomachenko? Nah, he's not beating Vasil Lomachenko. That's a close fight. That fight gonna be close. He'll win close, but that fight is gonna be close. KG, what's happening with, like, I don't know why y'all gotta put some respect on Vasil Lomachenko's name. Y'all acting like Vasil Lomachenko is just a fucking bum. Dude can fight his motherfucking ass off. Y'all gotta stop, y'all look at a fighter and you hate him, right? You hate him for one reason, whatever y'all got, and then you let that shit cloud your judgment when it come into these fights. That's cool, coach, that Dev is too big and too long and all that, but Vasil Lomachenko, he have the footwork to get where he want to go. His footwork alone is going to get him where he want to be at. So, like I said again, that is a close fight, and Dev is not going to wash Vasil Lomachenko. But I got Devin winning the fight. I got Dev, winning that fight. VO Majesty said, for real, nobody watching Loma. Stop it, and I don't even like Loma because how they hyped him up. Yeah, a lot of people don't like him because how they hyped him up, but he could fight. You know what I'm saying? He could fight. He could fight his ass off. But like I said, I read some of y'all comments, but I understand that, the majority of your comment has to do with the dislike of Lomachenko. That shit got to do with dislike of Lomachenko, because it ain't no way that y'all boxing fans could sit there and watch that man fight, watch all of his fights, and then show the disrespect that y'all show towards Lomachenko when you talk about him getting in the ring with these other opponents. And I'm not talking about you, coach, right? But I'm just saying, it ain't no way that y'all niggas can look at Lomachenko, watch all of his fights, and then talk about him like y'all do with the disrespect when it comes to him being in the ring with these other opponents. Watching his fights and seeing how he performs against everybody he been in the ring with. I mean, I got enough common sense and been watching his whole career to know that nobody gets in the ring with Lomachenko, none of them guys, and just watch him like that. Make it an easy fight against him. Nobody has done it yet. Oh man, well, he lost to Salido. Okay. Was it an easy fight for Salido? No. It was a split decision. Well, man, he lost to Teofimo Lopez. He damn near didn't throw nan punch for 6 rounds and still came back to almost win that fight. So, bro, can't nobody convince me that shit that, oh man, Lomachenko, he trash, man. He gets beat by all them guys. Okay. All right. Foxy Brown says Bob said he'll need a light touch because he ain't fought since December. I don't know. I mean, that is true. He ain't fought since December, but if he's been training, he shouldn't need no light touch. But I don't know what he's been doing, with the war going on. So he might need a light touch because he might not, be able to train like he's used to. So, if he hasn't been able to train like he used to, well, I understand. Give him a light touch then. KG, what's happening with it? He said, can't nobody bring up size difference between Shakur and Dev because it's not really a difference. Dev is taller Devin's a little bit bigger than Shakur. He taller and shit. Dundada said Lomachenko versus Nakatila. Yeah, that'll be a good fight. Nakatila got that power, though. If he touch you, it ain't going to be light. Yeah, Gary Russell Jr. definitely fight Lomachenko again. He been wanting that fight. Gary Russell been wanting that fight. Swat Jones, what's happening with it? Boom Boom says, T.O. dominated Loma. That fight wasn't really close in my opinion. I was highly disappointed because I was going for Loma. That fight was close. It wasn't close. The first half of the fight, it wasn't close at all, but Lomachenko started closing the distance. I still had him losing the fight clearly. I clearly still had him losing the fight. But in that fight, I really want to know what happened. Because Vasyl Lomachenko, he did get shoulder surgery after the fight. But what I want to know is, did Teofimo Lopez hurt Vasyl Lomachenko's shoulder in the beginning of the fight, hitting him with them hard-ass hooks on his motherfucking shoulder, right? Because if you go back and watch the Vasyl Lomachenko fight with Teofimo Lopez, he came out and he hit Lomachenko on the shoulder with some hard-ass hooks, throughout the first 3-4 rounds. And I always wondered, did Teofimo Lopez hurt Vasyl Lomachenko's shoulder in that fight? Rather than him coming into the fight with a hurt shoulder already. He could have got that shit. It could have happened in the fight, early in the fight. But besides the fact is that when you look at that Teofimo Lopez fight, you've never seen Vasyl Lomachenko fight like that before. For the first 6 or 7 rounds, he didn't throw no punches. And you never seen him fight like that before, ever. No matter who he was in the ring with, he's never fought like that before. So, it was a lot of questions. Teofimo Lopez could have gave him that injury, but he did have an injury because he had surgery after that. He did have surgery after that. But, we don't know. I would love to see the run back, but we won't get that. YouTube, yeah, I mean, shit, bro, I agree with you. I think that Shakur steps level. I think he a couple levels above all them guys. That's just my opinion. But yeah, y'all smash the like button if you haven't hit the like button. Smash on my like button. Let me see where these likes is at. Let's check these likes to see if y'all hit my like button. Smash on the like button because I'm getting ready to cook on this Demetrius Andrade shit. I want to cook on Demetrius Doodoo Andrade. Yeah, y'all get the likes up, man. Hit the like button. Y'all smash my like button. I don't know. I don't understand the like button right there. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to support the channel no other way, at least hit the like button. Smash on the like button. Yeah, y'all hit the like button, man. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Y'all ain't going to hit the like button? Appreciate you, Swat Jones. Yeah, everybody in here that's sitting in the background watching, hit the like button. Yeah, get them likes up. So yeah. So Demetrius Andrade, right? Demetrius Andrade, this dude, you know, he's the guy that supposed to want to fight everybody. Everybody been ducking Demetrius Andrade for years, right? And I agree with some of it. I agree with some of it to a certain extent. But we heard David Benavidez come right here on my channel, and he called out Demetrius Andrade. He said he don't give a fuck with nobody else is saying. He wants that smoke with Demetrius Andrade. He think that's a hell of a fight. He want that smoke, right? He called out Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo, and all of them after his last fight. David Benavidez said they all pussies. What's popping? So, Demetrius Andrade, he finally got somebody that want to fight him, right? His people mentioned Demetrius Andrade, and his people had mentioned David Benavidez, and David Benavidez do the same shit that he always do when any fighter mention his name. He come back on your helmet with a vengeance, and he gonna call your bluff. He gonna see if you really want that smoke. So he been calling for Demetrius Andrade, right? Every interview that David Benavidez do, he mentioned Demetrius Andrade. That's one of the fights that he want. Let's make it happen. If he can't get Charlo and Caleb playing the ring, yeah, look, man, me and Demetrius Andrade, we can make that shit happen. Ain't no problem. Well, Demetrius Andrade, he did an interview and he did an Instagram call out, right? Let me pull it up. I'm gonna let y'all hear. So Boo Boo Andrade, this in the end. Well, I'm gonna talk about the interview that he did, right? In the interview that Boo Boo Andrade did, he did talk about Jamal Charlo. And he said, you know, he done pulled up on Jamal the Charlo several times and they don't want no smoke. He says that it ain't him, it's Jamal Charlo. You know, he want to fight, but Jamal Charlo don't want to fight. So I said, okay, Bam, I like the energy. You know, he's still kind of on Jamal Charlo helmet. So in the interview, I said, okay, well, when they going to ask him about David Benavidez? Because David Benavidez been mentioning him for a long time. So the commentator asked him about David Benavidez one time. And Demetrius Andrade tried to skip over the question. I'm listening very closely. He tried to skip over it. The dude that was interviewing him came back again and asked him about Demetrius Andrade again. I mean, about David Benavidez again. And Demetrius Andrade's energy when it came to David Benavidez was damn near non-existent. He got trapped and he had to talk about David Benavidez, but you could tell he didn't want no parts of David Benavidez. He didn't want no parts of that man. I know Demetrius Andrade's energy when he really wants some smoke, and he don't want no smoke with Benavidez. They asked him about Benavidez, and he went around the question. Then he came and he said something like, well, you know, I know we all gonna have to fight each other. I know that's a fight that, you know, we eventually gonna, you know, have to fight all of us. If we at 168, that's like, you know, and his energy wasn't there. What happened to all that? Hey, it's me again. Hey, it's your boy. What's up? You know, fight your boy. It's me again, guys. Fight your boy. It's me. It's me. What happened to all that loud ass energy? That shit wasn't there when it came to David Benavidez. He ain't even want to talk about David Benavidez. But this is who he did call out, clearly, right? We thought this nigga wanted all the smoke, right? It's me again. It's your boy. It's me again, guys. We thought Mr. It's Me Again wanted all the smoke for everybody. But this is who it's Mr. It's Me Again is calling out. This is who he got smoke for. Listen to this.
Y'all offer a lot of money to fight me, bro. Over $1 million. For me, it's like over $1 million, bro. We're talking like, I just, you know, I'm not like, it's not for the fans' sake, bro. It's for your pockets, for your dad. It's for, like, your mom, your dad. I don't know if you got kids. I got kids. I got 4 kids, bro. You feel me? I do what I do. But there's a whole lot of money on the table for me and you to fight for the WBO super. And then when I say super, I mean like super. Not super middleweight champion, but yo, bro, we are stars, bro. You're a star, I'm a star. I'm a superstar. You're a star. Got 2 losses. You're gonna make a lot of money. So Chris Eubank. Like that. Stop acting like that. Let's make this money. Let's feed our kids. Let's give boxing fans what they're looking for. It's Demetrius Andrade versus Chris Eubank. October, November, by the end of the year. And everybody, we're going to be a millionaire. So, stay tuned. Sneaking.
Now this man is calling out all that shit, right? He been talking. This man is calling out Chris Eubank. Sound like he motherfucking pissy drunk like a wino, right? Barely getting his words out, but he calling out Chris Eubanks out of everybody. And then, not only that, he talking about, man, they offered me for $1 million. You calling out Chris Eubank to fight him for $1 million in the UK. But you got David Benavidez. You got that's you definitely gonna make more money fighting him in the States. Now I told y'all, now, right? You really getting to see who he is. These dudes don't want no smoke with David Benavidez, and it's showing more and more. You had a chance to call out David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo, and you go and call out Chris Eubank. Right? So we see what Demetrius Andrade is. He wants the easy touches. He don't really want that real smoke, bro. You can call out Canelo all you want to and go to his press conference, but you knew you weren't going to get no Canelo fight. You knew you weren't going to get that payday. So instead of going after, like I said, instead of running straight to the smoke, you run away from the smoke. Why you ain't call out David Benavidez? And then Janabek. You ain't mentioned Janabek's name because Janabek been calling your ass out, and he is your mandatory. But you don't want no parts of Janabek. You don't want no parts of David Benavidez. So, I mean, what is Demetrius Andrade really about? What he really about? Because his diehard fan base act like that he's the end-all, be-all from 160 to 168. DJ, like I just said earlier, he talked about Charlo, but he ain't said nothing about David Benavidez. And instead of doing a video on motherfucking Chris Eubank, he could have did a video and called out Charlo and David Benavidez and said, hey, either one of y'all, I want to smoke. What's up? Nigga did a drunk video calling out Chris Eubank. Don't nobody give a damn about seeing him fight Chris Eubank. Shit crazy. And then he talking about for $1 million. Bro, you 14 years off in your career and you still ain't made $1 million in a fight? That's crazy. That show you how fucked up his business been. $14 years deep in your career and you still ain't made $1 million. Yeah, KQ, salute to KQ. Wow, wow, wow. KQ, KC. Yeah, ain't nobody checking for no Chris Eubank, bro. Nobody's calling for no Chris Eubank fight. Jay Miller, I don't want to hear that silly ass shit, bro. Talking about Benavidez is a 175 pounder. When was the last time you saw Benavidez fight at 175? You haven't. If you make the 168 pound weight limit, you niggas need to stop talking about, oh man, he's 175 pounds. No. You whatever pounds that fucking scale say when you step on it and you make the weight in the division you fight in. Stop moving niggas up just because you don't like him. He's not a 175 pound fighter. He's a 168 pound fighter because that's what that shit say when he get on the scale and weigh in. Just like niggas is talking about, man, oh, Errol Spence is a middleweight. He's a middleweight squeezing down to 147. No, he's a welterweight because when he get on the scale, that's what it say, welterweight. If he fight, whatever like that, and that go for anybody. Whatever weight you weigh in, however long however you got to make the weight, bruh. However you have to make the weight, you made the weight. That's just it. You feel me? What Jim Miller said, where's the lie? Well, Jay Miller, the lie is you saying that he's a 175 pound fighter. He's not. He's a 168 pound fighter. Until he steps on that scale, right? And you see him fighting at 175 and making 175, well, then he's a 168 pound fighter. Because like I tell people all the time, if you're talking about, oh man, he's killing himself to make 168, he's squeezing down to 168. Well, if that's the case, who is that benefiting? That's benefiting the opponent. That's hurting you. If you're killing yourself to make a weight, it's hurting you to make that weight. It's taken away from your abilities in the ring. So obviously, we haven't seen no ill effects with David Benavidez in the ring. We don't see him fade. We don't see him weak from making 168. So he's a 168 pound fighter until he decides to move up. Just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If he can make the weight in the weigh-in, that's what he is. And Demetrius Andrade, nor none of them other dudes want no smoke with him. They don't want no smoke with him. Andrade wanted to move up to 168. I think Andrade's fought at 160. He's fought at 168 his last fight, I believe. Or I know he didn't fought at 168 pounds before. You know, but all of a sudden now, he don't want to fight at 168. He don't want to fight David Benavidez. He ain't got no smoke for David Benavidez. He don't want no smoke with that man. Now, as far as Jamal Charlo, he's saying beg. He wants the fans to beg to Al Haymon to get him the Jamal Charlo fight. Bro, we can't make Jamal Charlo fight nobody. I can't make Jamal Charlo get in the ring with OTB. Let alone get in the ring with Demetrius Andrade. But one thing that he said, right? He said, you know, please beg to Al. Y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta petition and beg to Al to get me that fight. He says, you know, come on, man. What I do? What I do, man? Well, you know what the fuck you did, bro. He talking about what I do. That lets me know when he said, come on, you know what I mean? What I do. That when he said what I do, it let me know that he know he fucked up with Al Haymon. He want the fans to plead, you know, for Al Haymon to give him another chance. That's what he was telling y'all. He want the fans to plead to Al Haymon because he talked about that he's a free agent and he gonna look for the best deal, right? And they mentioned in the interview that he did a couple times, like, well, all the smoke is over there at PBC. You know, have you thought about going over there and working with PBC and letting them promote you? he was like, you know, yeah, I'm looking for a promoter. You know, whoever want to work with me and give me the best deal or whatever, that's what I'm looking for. But he knows that he can't fuck with Al no more. Al ain't fucking with him. And he gonna talk about, and come on, man, what I do? What you did is you fucked up a whole event and pulled out a few days before the week of the fight. That's what you did. You fucked up Al Heyman money. You still owe Al Heyman money from pulling out that fight because they already had the event set. They had the venue. They had sold tickets and all of that. And you pulled out the week of the fight and you talking about what you do. Al Heyman ain't fucking with him no more. Real talk. Al Heyman ain't fucking with him no more. So that's what he did. So we, the fans, can't beg and plead to Al Heyman for nothing. You got to try to get a meeting with Al Heyman, right? And see if he's willing to fuck with you again. You got to be able to, you got to be willing to sign that dotted line and sign a contract with Al Heyman if he's willing to offer you a contract to go over there and fuck with the PBC. So, I mean, Jay Real, yeah, I know that. I heard Ronnie Shields say that. But you've heard Jamal Charlo say, yeah, I'll take that fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. And then he'll go back on his words. So Jamal Charlo, you know, he ain't no better neither. I think at this point in time, Jamal Charlo ain't fought nobody. He ain't got, I don't give a fuck what happened 6-7 years ago with Demetrius Andrade and his brother. Jamal Charlo, he need to go get that smoke. Because he ain't trying to fight nobody else. Jamal Charlo, all them cats from 160 to 168, right? The only person that Jamal Charlo was trying to fight was Triple G and that Jaime Munguia. That's it. Jamal Charlo ain't had energy for nobody else. Just Triple G. He been calling out Triple G forever, though. And he know that Triple G wasn't going to fight him. Triple G told him way back in 2017 he would never fight him. And that's it. So both of these dudes, you know, I'm about sick of both of them, Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. If both of them had David Benavidez's name in their mouth, but soon as David Benavidez answered that call out and called a bluff, now one of them wanted to smoke. And that's the truth. That's just what it is. Now one of them wanted to smoke. So, you know, they need each other. And like I've been saying, they need each other more than anything now. They need each other. So if Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo step in the ring, they next fight, and they don't fight somebody, right? A big name, and they fighting another fucking Rudy Poot, I'm done with both of them. Real talk, I'm done with both of them. If Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo step in the ring, they very next fight, and they not fighting each other, and they fight some motherfucking Rudy Poot, I'm done with both of them. You throw both of them niggas away. With me, I'm done with both of them. Because although I don't like Demetrius Andrade, I'm a fan of watching him fight in the ring. And although I don't like, I am a fan of Jamal Charlo, I don't like how he moves. What the fuck? OTB boxing. OTB just came in here and dropped some news. He says Beterbiev and Anthony Yarde got pushed back to December because Beterbiev is having knee surgery. Oh, he could have went in there and whooped on Anthony Yarde and then got the knee surgery afterwards. He'll whoop Anthony Yarde needing the knee surgery. I guarantee that. He should have just, you know, went in there and whooped on Anthony Yarde and got the surgery afterwards. But That fight to me ain't it's a war though. It's a war while it lasts, but he gonna put Anthony Yarde to sleep. So you know, man, yeah, Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade, they about, to me, if they don't get in there and show out against somebody, they next fight that got a name, I'm done with both of them. So yeah, y'all hit the like button. Let me check these likes. Let me go ahead and check these likes.
Let me check these likes.
Yeah. Big Doe say, but we don't want to hear no excuses though, Keon. If Beterbiev was to lose, yeah, you right, you right. I'm just clowning. I'm just clowning. If that man got to get surgery, he got to get surgery. You know, but like I said, man, it's a whole lot of talking. But a lot of these fighters, when they bluff get called, they don't want no smoke. When they bluff really get called, you really see what's going on. Now let's Ryan Garcia. I guess Ryan Dundada earlier, right? Let's touch on Ryan Garcia for a little bit. Dundada earlier said that Ryan Garcia says that he'll fight Tank at any weight. Well, bro, stop fucking lying, first of all. That's why I fuck with Ryan, but we got to keep it 100. Now you're just talking. Now you're just talking because if Tank Davis told you, okay, bet, let's fight at 130, you're not going to be able to fight him at 130 pounds. Stop talking about you'll fight Tank at any weight because you know you're not. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you said, okay, yeah, I'll fight you at 135, well, go ahead, get in there, get in the ring with that man at 135. I like Ryan Garcia's chances a lot better if he fought Tank at 140. But you get in the ring with Tank at 135, right? And you ain't going to be as strong. You're not going to be as strong at 135, and they know that. You're going to get your ass knocked smooth the fuck out. But like I said, it's a fight that people want to see and make it happen. I don't think they're going to make it happen, though. I really don't. I really don't think this fight going to happen. I continue to tell people that both sides, they got big egos. Leonard Ellerbe, Floyd Mayweather got the biggest ego of all of them. Oscar De La Hoya, he got a fucking ego. But Oscar De La Hoya really don't have no say-so. You feel what I'm saying? Oscar really don't have no say-so because Golden Boy is signed under DAZN. So even if Oscar said, you know what? If Oscar went to DAZN and said, look, I want to let Ryan Garcia go over to PBC and fight Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, and make a big mega fight, and we just going to take a percentage and we're going to sit down and step aside. DAZN ain't going for that. That shit ain't happening. DAZN is going to be like, nah, that ain't what we signed you, gave you signed Golden Boy under DAZN for, to let big ass fights walk to another network. Nah. So if y'all hear what I'm saying, it's not gonna happen. DAZN ain't gonna let that shit happen. They did not sign Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions, right, to bring his fighters over there to have big fights on a whole nother platform. Make no sense at all. They're not gonna do it. So it'll have to be a split venture. It'll have to be a split venture. So with that being said, TMT Promotions ain't splitting. TMT Promotions and Showtime ain't splitting shit down the middle with DAZN. They're not. It would have to be something to where, like, you can either buy the fight on Showtime pay-per-view, or if you got a subscription to DAZN, you could buy the fight on DAZN. That's 50-50. That's, you know, hey, wherever the fans want to buy the fight at, they got two platforms they can buy it on. And it's the fans' choice. They're not going to do that, bro. They're not finna do that shit. Just like back when Floyd and Pacquiao fought, I think that you can either buy the fight on Showtime or you can buy it on HBO, and they just split it like that. They're not, this fight ain't even, I don't even know if this fight is big enough for them to do that. Because Tank Davis sell what he sell, but Ryan Garcia ain't no fucking superstar like that in boxing. You know what I'm saying? He's not, people are not coming to see Ryan Garcia like that in boxing. People are not packing out arenas, putting 16,000 in seats to see Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He's way under that. He's way under that number. But I would like to see the fight. Like I said, I would like to see it at 140, but Tank don't got to fight him at 140. You know what I'm saying? Tank calling the shots. Goddamn, Ryan Garcia don't call no shots. He ain't did shit yet to be able to call shots. So Tank gonna say where they want to fight at. Tank is calling all the shots, and that's just what it is. I don't have a problem with that. In this case, in this situation, Tank is calling all of the shots. That's just how I gotta be. Now, if Devin Haney and Tank was fighting, well, Tank could call some shots and Devin gonna call some shots, because Devin, he got the pull of having all the belts and being undisputed. Tank got the pull of being able to put the asses in the seats. So they could split that 50-50 calling shots. But Ryan Garcia ain't calling no shots. And everybody talking about these huge numbers that Ryan Garcia do. He don't do huge numbers like that. Ain't nobody still proved to me that Ryan Garcia do huge numbers. Now, I will say that Ryan Garcia, he do decent numbers. He do good numbers. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Rudy Poop when it comes to, you know, ticket sales and putting asses in the seats and people watching him, right? But he ain't no superstar like that yet. He's not putting, you know, 16, 17,000 asses in the seats. He's just not. He did, you know, over 10,000. That's how much he's doing. He'll give you over 10,000. So that's just what it is. But we'll see, man. It's a lot of talking going on in boxing. A lot of fights that people want to see, that the fans is clamoring for. But what do we, you know, we are getting some fights. But we gotta have these guys close the deal on some of these fights, man, and give us these fights that we've been talking about. But I'm gonna let y'all know, as far as the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, that is going down. It's going down in November, and I've been trying to figure out the date of November is going down. That's what I've really been trying to figure out. I've been trying to figure out, when is it going down in November? What date? And I was looking at some hotels and all of that, and I don't know. It looked like maybe the date of the 19th. Because you kind of got to look at when is the hotels the most expensive? What day are the hotels, what weekend is the hotels the most expensive? That's what I pretty much was looking at. And it looked like maybe the week of I think it was the 19th or something. Let me pull up this calendar. Put a 1 in the chat if you plan on going to that fight in November. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I think it was the week of the 19th, that Saturday, November the 19th. That's what it's probably looking like. Put a 1 in the chat if you plan on going. Big Doe said he going. The fans corner said he gonna slide. Darius Gallard said he slide. Leon Robinson said, I already have a room at the MGM for that one, but that's for October 8th. As soon as the real date drop, I'm moving it. You're gonna have to really find out, because they're gonna move your price up too. They gonna move that motherfucking price up on your ass too, Leon Robinson. They gonna get in that computer typing this shit. Well, sir, we can move your room reservations over to November the 19th, but it is gonna be a $550 upcharge on that reservation if you want to move it over. Hey, that's what they're gonna hit you with. $550 extra dollars. What? Yeah. Look, Crispy say he finna go to Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop or something. Yeah, for sure. Dank Father, what's happening with it? Andre Jefferson, what's good? Yeah, because that motherfucker October money ain't the same as the November money. The prices didn't went up. That's what they gonna hit you with. The prices didn't went up. Spence NYC said he think it's gonna be on the 12th. I think that the 12th is a much better date. You feel me? I think that the 12th is a much better date because like I said, people that's traveling for Thanksgiving, they got more time to, still have their Thanksgiving and plan it out. Now, if they have it on the 19th, I think it'll be dumb for them to do it on the 19th of November because the very next Thursday is Thanksgiving. And we know people like to travel for Thanksgiving and they either gonna travel or they gonna be at home with family. So they don't be having, people not gonna be flying out to a fight a couple days before that when they got things to, either travel with their family or they got things to be doing at home. So I don't know. I think that the best date they could have it would be November the 5th. But, we was chopping it up about this on Knockout Boxing 86 TV last night. And I forgot who it was saying, hey, man, November the 5th, that's too close to October date that Tank Davis is fighting on. But I know the date that Tank Davis is fighting on. Tank is fighting on October the 22nd. Tank coming back on the 22nd of October. So what old boy was saying is that they don't want to turn around, 2 weeks later and have another big ass event on the 5th of November when Tank just fought, on 2 weeks before that. So the 12th or the 19th it's either gonna be the 12th or the 19th. So what you can do is if you want to be early, because what they do is when you book a room, they make you put the deposit down. So you could book, a room for the 12th. Well, that weekend of the 12th and that weekend of the 19th, and just put that deposit down. And then when the date come about, cancel one of the the reservations. That's the best thing you could do. Cancel the reservation because they're gonna give you your money back anyway. But yeah, y'all smash the like button. That motherfucker Omega country ass, your ass would say some shit like that. Omega country ass say, why rent a room? Just rent a van. That's some shit that Omega would do. Omega have a van. That nigga ain't gonna buy no food at no hotel or none of that shit. He gonna find the nearest motherfucking pond. He gonna go fish for his food. And then he gonna set up a motherfucking fire in the desert somewhere out there in Vegas and cook his motherfucking fish and have him a whole goddamn meal in a van. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's that country shit Omega on. He gonna go hunt his shit. That nigga gonna go he ain't gonna fly to Vegas. That motherfucker gonna get in his goddamn truck, drive all the way to Vegas, right? Find a goddamn pond to fish in, catch him some goddamn crappies and shit, skin them motherfuckers in his van, right? Then he gonna go find a motherfucking, he gonna go find the nearest desert and make him a goddamn fucking fire and cook a whole goddamn meal. He gonna have catfish, crappies, bluegills, all type of shit in the goddamn hot ass desert. Hey, the motherfucker Omega said he gonna sell fish plates out of his van. Hey, Hey, I already know. I already know. Y'all laughing, but I'm dead serious. Omega ain't buying shit. He gonna go catch his food. Hey, Big Doe said that shit sound good. Why you playing? Man, I'm telling you. Yeah. But hey, that fight it's finna go down. I'm just trying to get a head start on the reservations and everything. But yeah, man, y'all hit the like button. Fun ass show. Y'all hit the like button. Like I said, I wasn't finna be on here for no 3-4 hours today. I'm in and out. Make sure that y'all tonight, Glove Up Boxing and More. If you haven't subbed to Glove Up Boxing and More, make sure that y'all sub to Glove Up Boxing and More. They having a couple shows tonight. It's finna be lit. You know, Coach and the Queen, they going in. It's finna be authentic, raw as hell. Make sure that y'all tune in tonight. Glove Up Boxing and More. And also make sure that y'all tune in to OTB Boxing Class. He just dropped the film breakdown of Danny Garcia, fire ass film. Make sure that y'all go check that out. And sub to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. You know, he had a hell of a show last night. And sub to KQKC, Mr. Wow, wow, wow. Sub to KQKC, the singing OG. And just sub to all of the brothers, you know. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. Hit the like button before you leave the building, and I'm gone.